and present. Ken Griffey Jr., as promised, not off the mound, but in front. But a strike to King Felix, and he does a little Felixing after that. Oh, Junior playing it up. A little hey, ho, hip hop hooray. There it is, his walk-up song. And saying hello to Dave Henderson's children. Dave Henderson honored before the game. The moment of silence here. So Ken Griffey Jr. getting it done here on the field. He still got the ball. Here it is in slow-mo. It's like the full windup, huh? Can't see those holes in his socks that Jay Buhner pointed out, but he got it there and he's happy about that. We've got the game coming up. Felixing, but Felix is Sunday. We got Taijuan Walker tonight. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers with the call. A's and Mariners coming up. Thanks for watching.
Nothing like the pomp and pageantry of the home opener at Safeco Field here in Seattle as we welcome you to opening night as the Mariners are home for the first time in the 2016 season. And we welcome you in. Sit back, relax, and enjoy. Take it all in. Baseball back in Seattle. And great to have you. The weather conditions are uncharacteristically spectacular for the month of April as we welcome you into the booth here at Safeco Field. Dave Sims and Mike Flowers, our 10th year together, our 10th home opener. It's still the greatest show going in baseball.
It is. It's something that I told you about when we first started 10 years ago. I said nobody does it better than the Mariners. It was a great show today again. It was great to have Junior here. A lot of things going on for these players, but they're finally here for their home opener.
And the Mariners in first place. They're game over 500, and they take on the Oakland Athletics, a team that they've won against in the season series the last 3 years. Let's take a look at the A's lineup for this evening.
Well, it starts off with Billy Burns. You want to keep him off the bases. 26 stolen bases for him last year. He's a very aggressive leadoff hitter. And then you have Reddick. He's really hurt the Mariners over the years. Got to be careful with him hitting third. He is going to be the DH. Alonso coming over from the Padres. You can see off to a slow start. And then Marcus Semien, very good athlete. Had probably one of his best games ever against Felix last year. He can hurt you. Taijuan Walker getting his first start of the year. Take a look at his numbers from last year. 11-game winner, a 4.56 ERA. Had 157 strikeouts, only 40 walks for Taijuan. Opponents hit 252 against him. And a look at the defense. Leonis Martin, we've talked a lot about the outfield here, a lot of area to cover. He can certainly do that. Ketel Marte, that final day in Texas, really had a nice game defensively, and Chris Iannetta, the catcher, hasn't let anything get to the backstop yet. Take a look at what Taijuan in his career against the Athletics. He's 0-1 with a high ERA. I think, again, the A's will be very patient with him here early in the ball game.
Taijuan with 4 previous games, 2 starts against the Athletics, and here we go. First pitch swung on, not a surprise. Billy Burns swinging at the first pitch. He gets a base hit.
Well, we were just talking about it going through the lineup, how aggressive he is. And Taijuan trying to throw a fastball just to get a first pitch strike, and that's exactly what it is, right down the middle of the plate. And now he'll have to work hard to keep him close.
It's notable when he doesn't swing at the first pitch. So the A's coming in, having lost 3 of 4 at home to the White Sox. Here's Jed Lowry in his second tour of duty with the Athletics. Mariners put the shift on against him. Good crowd on hand, close to a full house. Lowry 3 for 15 here in the early going. Lowry has been a pest over the years against the Mariners with a .307 batting average. Ball 1 to Lowry.
For Taijuan Walker, he is a power pitcher, very good fastball. Last year his average fastball was 94 miles an hour. You will see him touch 97 from time to time. Likes to throw his changeup. Also this spring was able to come up with a slider. I think you'll see that more to the right-handers.
Runner goes, got a good break. Iannetta's throw down to second. Not in time. Stolen base, Billy Burns.
And we'll take a look at Billy Burns. Strong throw by Iannetta. Just too good a jump. As you can see, his hand gets in there. He is definitely safe.
First stolen base attempt by the Athletics in this early season for Bob Melvin. They're in scoring position, and Taijuan's got to battle back from being down 2-0. Fly ball left field, backing up Aoki. He got some carry, twists and turns. He makes the catch on the track and gets it back in. 1 down.
And I think the Mariners catch a little bit of a break right there. With Burns at second base and his speed, I thought maybe he would try to tag up. Ended up going about halfway. One of the other things for Aoki, he's going to have to learn, and same with Martin in center field, just the way the wind swirls around in this ballpark, but it turned him around a little bit.
An added dimension tonight with the warm weather at 69 degrees here. This is weather we usually see in June, July, and August, and the ball tends to carry. Generally, it's a heavy, wet air at nighttime here in April.
Well, that's a good point, and the Mariners hitting 9 home runs in their 3 games in Arlington, hoping to continue doing that, take advantage of this warm weather.
There's Josh Reddick. 2 for 13 start. Good to be back at Safeco Field. 331 down the line in left field, 326 in right. The alley's 376 in left center, 380 in right center, and 401 straight away. Taijuan Walker trying to regain the form that he showed last year as Scott Service in his first home game as a big league manager. 1-1 to Reddick. About that. Taijuan over his last 20 starts last season, a 10-3 record, 3.62 ERA. This was after a Rockies start. First half of the season, 7-7, a 4.84 ERA. And he gets the honor of starting the home opener. He's 1-2 here to Reddick. Broken bat looper. Going to get into the outfield. Marte couldn't slow it down. Burns holds at third. And another break for the Mariners.
We'll take a look at it. Taijuan Walker able to jam him inside out swing. Looks like he's just trying to force it over to the left side. Well, had a lot of English on it as Marte was trying to keep it on the infield. He gets past him. I thought maybe Burns could have scored on that. Double play can get Taijuan out of the inning.
Brings up their cleanup man, Danny Valencia. Slow start for him, 2 for 13. Hit 284 last year. 11 home runs, 37 runs batted in. Cano and Marte, double play depth up the middle. Runners at the corners. 2-0. Ryanetta and Cano coming in for a calming word. No question that Taijuan, first time starting a home opener. You know, the emotions, the energy, real high. He's got to control it. And he's the youngest to ever start a home opener. Felix was. These are the youngest to start. Felix, then Taijuan, Mike Moore, and Freddie Garcia. Speaking of Felix, happy 30th birthday today.
Happy 33rd birthday for Chris Iannetta.
Here we go, 2-0. Danny Valencia.
If you were talking about it, and it was one of the keys for me in this game, is Taijuan, how quickly would he be able to settle in, command the strike zone? That was his best fastball so far at 95. Missed off the plate away.
He's in big trouble here. 3-0. 1 out, runners at the corner. Stephen Voda, really good hitters on deck. .30 pitch. Taijuan last year. Voda, catcher. Made his season debut last year. Taijuan did. And gave up 9 runs in 3 1/3. So he is really looking to turn those fortunes around. Got a 3-1 pitch. Chance for 2. Here's Cano. Marte over to DeJong. Double play. Got just what he needed. There's a break, and now he can calm down and collect his wits. Nothing across for the Athletics. The Mariners coming to bat here in the home opener. Players on the Mariner roster. Nori Aoki is going to lead things off. Take a look at the rest of the Mariner batting order.
Aoki off to a good start, hitting an even 300. Then, of course, everybody's talking about Cano and the 4 home runs that he's hit so far. But Nelson Cruz is the one that did the damage for the Mariners last year against left-handers. That's what's on the mound for the A's tonight. And Leonys Martin just off to a great start overall. You see the 400 batting average, has already hit a home run. Numbers for Surkamp. See what he has done at 3.60 ERA. Not overpowering at all. His fastball is going to be 88 miles an hour. He likes to use his curveball. He will cut the fastball in on the right-handed hitters.
Aoki swings through. Surkamp getting the start, replacing Felix Dubron, who was put on the DL on Monday with a strained left elbow. Aoki, great numbers on base percentage-wise in his career, 353. Surkamp, 6'5", 220, 28 years old, out of Cincinnati, went to NC State. His high school, Moeller High School, same school that produced Ken Griffey Jr. 2-2 to Aoki. Ori with Milwaukee for 2 years, Kansas City for a year, and San Fran for a year. 2-2. Couldn't ask for a better setup today weather-wise, and we enjoy it here this evening. Wind out of the west at 6. Certainly not the windy conditions we saw down in Arizona. Perfect night, up and in as Aoki draws a full count. On deck is Ketel Marte. Surkamp from the third base side of the rubber, payoff pitch, and Aoki fouls it off.
Aoki, you're going to see this all summer. He is definitely going to add to a pitcher's pitch count. He'll foul a lot of pitches off, work the count, try to make things difficult for him.
Outfield shallow and a little bit towards left. The fist fouled off again. Edgar Martinez, as they did the intros today, got a large, I mean huge ovation from this big crowd here at Safeco Field. 3-2 pitch. Bouncing ball to the second baseman. Lowry boots it. Aoki safe, E4. And the Mariners get their first base runner here at home.
Well, the A's really struggled in the field last year, and you take a look at it. Billy Burns can cover a lot of ground in center field, but Marcus Semien, the shortstop, 35 errors for that young man last year. You just saw Lowry with the error. Stephen Vogt, he will get tested over the next 3 days. The Mariners are going to try to run. Take a look at the error. Ball comes up on him, hits right on the heel of his glove.
Oakland dead last in club fielding last year in the American League. They made 126 errors. Most in the American League. Bob Melvin, two-time manager of the year, once with Arizona and once with the Athletics. His new bench coach, Mark Kotsay. And pitching coach down there as well, Kurt Young.
Just saw Marte show bunt. Decided to take the pitch. Good idea. It was out of the strike zone, but I thought it was great for Marte. First couple of games in Texas, wasn't able to pick up a base hit. Gets his first base hit on a bunt. Was able to take it over to the first base side and beat it out. Ended up with 3 hits in the ball game.
Valencia in at third. Marte looks a pitch outside. 2-0. Surkamp with the Dodgers last year for 1 game. Spent most of his time AAA with the White Sox and then being traded over to the Dodger organization. 35 games out of the 10 for the White Sox in 14. So he popped up, Vogt taking a look. So's Alonso, no play. 2 balls, 1 strike to Marte. $40,000+ on hand here tonight for the home opener. The pen looks like they're about 30 deep. Surkamp puts a lot of faith in his sinker. See how much he uses it here tonight. 2-1.
And he's throwing a little bit harder than you expect, so he's probably pretty excited to be out there right now. You see that last fastball up, his fastball at 90. Typically he's going to be more 87, 88, and that's where he's going to get his sink from.
(3-1) to Marte. Popped it up. Vogt will take another look. It might come back to him. No. 6 rows back.
The other thing that Surkamp will try to do is get to his curveball. He wants to get ahead with the fastball. And you look at him last year, 2-strike situations, 60% of the time he went to his curveball.
Good look from the pen where they are pushing the limits out there in terms of space. 3-2 pitch. Runner goes. Fisted foul.
They have been since what, 4:30?
Yeah.
They're out there early today. Same at Edgar's out in left field.
Man, that is a big crowd at Edgar's. My goodness. I was told on the way down, walking down First Avenue, it was very festive here in Seattle. People fired up for the home opener. 3-2 to Marte. Aoki is back. Aoki 14 steals last year for the Giants. 3-2 pitch. Aoki runs. Line drive. Center field. Base hit. Aoki will slam on the brakes and hold at second. And that's a heck of a setup for one of the hottest guys on the planet right now, Robinson Cano. He's got 4 hits in this early going. They're all home runs, Mike.
It's great to see. This is the first one. He lines it into Arlington. Then he comes right back upper deck out to right center field. Almost hit it in the walkway. Take a look at it again. Here he goes. This one's on a changeup as he hits it out into the Ranger bullpen on a line. And this one, why not go center field? 407 to dead center field for his 4th home run in the series. He is healthy and he is pulling the ball with authority. We saw it in spring training early, and it continued in Arlington.
Mariners with 9 home runs leads the American League. First pitch to Robbie. Popped up. Valencia, no play. Well, here we go. Most consecutive games, active players with a home run to begin a season. Trevor Story from Colorado. We heard Jeff Houston raving about him, and then he got out of the gate hard. Chris Davis, Cruz, and Cano this year. And Story hit 2 more today.
Yeah, he has 6.
Way to start, rookie. Unscoring opportunity here for the Mariners. 2 on, nobody out.
What is interesting with Cano, we saw this a lot last year, especially the first half of the season, trying to pitch him inside. First 2 pitches from Surkamp, cutters away from him. The Rangers tried him, and you saw what he did. He hit those home runs out to right, so I don't think they're going to try him inside nearly as much as what we saw last year.
Here's the 1-1 to Robbie. 2 balls, 1 strike. Into the meat of the order for the Mariners, Cruz and Seager to follow.
Surkamp missed his location again. Boat was set up on the outside corner as you take a look at Nelson Cruz.
Dating back to last season, Cano's got a 19-game hitting streak with it. Rob Drake, home plate umpire. Grant's time. Rob Working with Carlos Torres at first, Jerry Davis, the veteran, at second, and Sam Holbrook at third. Two and one to Cano. 2 on, nobody out, first inning. Popped it up. Short left center field. And there's one away.
And we'll see if this is going to be another cutter running away from him. I think it is. It's right off the end of the bat. Talked a lot about the home runs the Mariners were hitting down in Arlington. I like the fact that they hit 353 with runners in scoring position.
Tell you what, keep that going. You got something.
Yes.
We've seen some numbers that were not pretty. That's a good number.
It's taken Surkamp 20 pitches to record his first out.
There's Nelson Cruz, 3 for 11 with a home run. Silver Slugger Award winner picked it up before today's ball game. See how Bob Melvin wants to pitch to Cruz. Surkamp facing Mariners for the first time. Here's 1-0. Popped it up. Playable. Alonso. 2 away with 2 on. First bobblehead giveaway of the year. It's bound to be a home run. That's because it's Nelson Cruz bobblehead night, Saturday, April 30th. This collectible features the slugger and his boomstick that opposing pitchers fear. It's free to the first 20,000 fans, courtesy of Root Sports. Tickets at mariners.com. Kyle Seager can pick his ball club up.
Well, this is an area that Kyle really improved in last year, hitting left-handed pitching. Kyle last year, 26 home runs, 13 of them off of the left-handers.
And the people down in Arlington are glad to see him out of town.
Yes, they are.
340 plus batting average in Arlington. Here's the 1-0.
Yeah, he's put the shift on with Kyle hitting.
Bob Melvin's club struggled mightily last year. I think they've shored up their bullpen, although it hasn't performed at optimum to this point yet. They're 1-3. 1-1 to Seager. Ball 2. He's got runners at first and third, 1 out. Mariners got a double play to get out of the threat. First 2 men reach here for the Mariners, an error and a base hit. Fly out and a pop up. Seager trying to change those fortunes. 2-1 pitch. 2-2.
First couple of swings from Kyle, aware of the cutter. Looks like he's trying to hit the ball the other way. Left side of the infield is wide open for him. Just have Valencia playing the normal third base position. Usually the third baseman will go over more towards the shortstop, but you can see the hole he has to try to hit it through.
Aoki at second, Marte at first. Deuce is wild here. 2 outs, 2 on, a 2-2 pitch. Struck him out. Surkamp survives what could have been an early crisis. Played an inning here in the home opener, no score. Sports, being brought to you by your local Ford stores. By Safeco Insurance, find a local agent at safeco.com. Do more. By Dunn Lumber, your decking headquarters since 1907. And by the Emerald Queen Casino, presenting star of Mike and Molly, Billy Gardell, May 14th. Tickets at emeraldqueen.com. Always good to get a good look at the Space Needle as we bring you back inside Safeco Field, inning number 2. And for the Athletics, Stephen Vogt, their catcher, will lead off. Vogt followed by Chris Davis and Chris Coghlan, 5, 6, and 7 against Taijuan Walker. Well, hopefully Taijuan had a chance to settle down. Survived some first inning problems. Double play was a big help. Big shift on for Vogt with Cano in short right field.
Vogt off to a little bit of a slow start, just 2 for 9. I thought it was pretty good pitching for Taijuan to get the ground ball. You mentioned the double play.
Marte in the backhand. Throws out the ace catcher. Shift. Scott Service will put a point up on the board there. This week only, T-Mobile customers can get a free season-long subscription to MLB.TV Premium. Go to T-Mobile.com/MLB to sign up now and catch every moment on America's fastest-growing LTE network. Look forward to maybe at the end of the week or a week from now, look at Scott's his shift board and how many, the points that he has up there.
If it's a good number, he'll let you know.
Yeah, isn't that the truth?
Yeah, he's very proud of it.
Yes, he was during spring training.
Yeah.
Chris Davis comes over from Milwaukee. Is a legit home run threat. He did go, says Rob Drake.
Scott Service, I'm sure he would like to see Taijuan maybe go 7 innings tonight.
Every bit.
It was a struggle for the starters in Arlington.
Through Seager. He'll hold the throw. Davis is aboard.
And we'll take a look at it. Second error of the season for Kyle. Davis turns on it and he hits it hard. Kyle was in really good position to field this little ground ball. Maybe it kicked a little left on him looking at the way his glove was turned. Right off the heel.
E5 on Kyle.
So many times that second hop will come up a little bit on you because it has all that top spin on it. That ball had some bite to it.
It's Coghlan. Became expendable in the Cub organization. He's with the A's now. Boy, tough break. Kyle Schwarber. MCL, LCL. Collision with center fielder. They just got back from, they were going to cut with Dexter Fowler. Dexter Fowler.
Yeah.
Out for the season. That's a huge loss for the Cubs.
Yeah, I saw that. It was not good.
Coghlan, the right fielder, 2 for 6 so far. One and 2. Third team for Chris Coghlan, Marlins, Cubs, and now with the Athletics, picked up in a trade late February for Aaron Brooks. Aaron is one of 3 teams he's never played against. The other 2 with the Angels and the A's.
One of the things that I like what I'm seeing from Taijuan Walker, you mentioned his numbers and what he had done basically from June 1st on, Dave, and the struggles he had early. We've already seen 95 3 times in this one. Last year at the beginning of the season, he would kind of ease his way into the game, and I think it cost him.
Flip to left field. Aoki's there. 2 outs. Yeah, that was strange coming off the spring where he was supremely dominant. just blowing people away, and then all of a sudden he became touchy-feely coming out of the gate.
Yeah, he just seemed really careful. But you can see what he did in his final 20 starts. 10-3 record, the 3.62 ERA, 118 strikeouts compared to his first 9 starts where his ERA was over 7. But experiences, Dave, experience. You have to continue to go to it. And his first home opener. Sure, there were a lot of butterflies there in the first inning.
Yonder Alonso trying to take advantage of the shift. Fouls one off. 3 birthday boys in this ball game today. Iannetta 33, Felix 30, and Alonso 29 today.
This is one of those situations where I think you trust Taijuan Walker's ability to get off the mound and cover that third base side if he wants to bunt.
It's like you always talk about Kenny Rogers. I got this over here on the third base side.
Exactly.
1-1 to Alonso, former Dodger and Padre.
If that wasn't the case, or maybe if it was one of the other pitchers, Kyle probably, until he gets 2 strikes, would play in closer to the line, closer to the grass. They're trusting Taijuan's athletic ability to cover that line.
Shift on again for Alonso. Takes a big hack.
96 on that fastball.
Came over from San Diego with Mark Zepchinski. December last year. Two outs, man at first, and Taijuan ahead 1-2. Alonso a couple of stints on the DL last year. 282, 5 home runs in 103 games. One and two. Count evens at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Marcus Simeon's on deck. He's got service. First time managing anywhere, and he said relies a lot on Tim Bogart. He's had limited managerial experience, and Manny Acta has been with Cleveland and Washington. And he makes the final decision, but he likes to hear the thoughts of his coaching staff. There's Tim Bogart, the bench coach, and Mel Stoudemire in between there. He's the pitching coach. Mel Stoudemire Jr. And there's Manny, the third base coach. Part of the Mariner Brain Trust this year. Long look by Taijuan. Here comes a 2-2 pitch. Foul off another.
And he's trying to elevate the fastball at the top of the strike zone. Keep it in on his hands. Last couple fastballs at 96 miles an hour. Marcus Simeon waiting on deck.
Two and two. Ran a good job to block it. Count runs full. First of 3 here with the Athletics, and the Texas Rangers come to town. More action in the American League West than the Mariners take off. Play the Yankees, Cleveland, and the Angels before coming home. 3-2 pitch. Runner goes. This hit off the end of the bat.
Pretty good changeup. Taijuan last year, he threw his fastball a lot, 65% of the time. He'd had games where he was north of 75%. Off-speed pitch has been his changeup, although he has a curveball and he's working on a slider.
Tried again. 3-2. Runner takes off. This pitch hit right into the shift. The short right field is bad throw. Now to get the runner hung up, and nobody covering second, and everybody's safe. So an E4 on Cano. Advancing to second is Chris Davis.
And a second error in the inning. That's how both the base runners are there. And not only is Taijuan in some trouble right now, but you continue to add to his pitch count.
Walker's got to pitch his way out here. Marcus Semien, 3 for 9 first few games. He might have made 35 errors last year, but the young man can hit.
See by those numbers, he's hurt the Mariners. 323 in his career with 5 home runs.
Ball 1. 1 for 4 against Taijuan Walker. Two outs, 2 on. Both men reaching via error. There's a strike, 1-1. Trying to pick his teammates up. 1-1, 2 outs. First and second. Pitch up high. Looked like he overthrew that one. 2-1.
Martin, the center fielder, shading towards left center, expecting him to pull the ball.
2-1 pitch. He's got him where he wants him. He's got to put him away. Wind kicking up here at Safeco Field. 2-2 pitch. Overthrew that one. Full count. Billy Burns, the leadoff man. He's on deck. He showed you Semien, a tough hitter against the Mariners. Pitches. The runner goes swing and a miss. Struck him out. He needed it. 2 innings, 2 bailouts for Taijuan here in the home opener. Coming up for the Mariners, it'll be Chris Iannetta, Franklin Gutierrez, and Dae-Ho Lee. By authority of the Seattle Mariners and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners. Chris Iannetta making his Mariner home debut. Good start for him, 3 for 4. Let's see what he can do on his birthday, his 33rd. Iannetta, Goody, and Dae-Ho Lee.
3 for 4, and he's also walked a couple of times. It's something that Everybody was talking about last year, had his struggles, hoping to get things turned around. He's always been a high on base percentage guy in his career.
Two and one, shift on against the right-hander. This one hit and backhanded nicely by Valencia. Long throw, scoop at first by Alonso. One out.
And this looks like it's on the changeup, out over the plate, able to get the barrel to it. Hits it hard down to third. Nice play by Valencia. Just the one hopper. Strong throw across the diamond.
Brings up Goody, Franklin Gutierrez. Got off to a fast start in the spring, had the flu, and has tailed off a little bit since then. He's 0 for 4 so far in limited action his first 3 games. Hit some monster home runs down in Peoria early in camp. Got a good count here, 2-0.
Last year too, 15 home runs and showing a lot of power to right center field.
Three 0 to Franklin. Goody, a .292 hitter in 59 games last year and 171 ABs at bats. He had 15 homers, drove in 35 as you look at Day-Ho Lee. 4-pitch walk to Goody. Going to get the safe go field debut of Day-Ho Lee. Stick around after the game for Mariners postgame presented by Delta Airlines. Beautiful twilight here in Seattle. Absolutely gorgeous. Great pictures for our fantastic Root Sports crew to capture for you. Bring them into your home. And a spring training in Peoria. We heard a lot of Harry Belafonte. Day-O. He came to the plate.
0 for 3 so far for Lee.
Second start as a Mariner. Mariners right-handed first baseman Adam Lynn, the lefty. Accomplished hitter in Japan and Korea. Day-Ho Lee. There he is, Harry. Goody taking his lead. Lead behind 0-2. Check this. No, he didn't. He's called out by home plate umpire Rob Drake. Couldn't check that swing, so he's a strikeout victim. 2 outs, and that's a second strikeout for Surkamp. Make sure you round up the family and head to Safeco Field next Tuesday for the first Safeco Insurance Grand Slam Family Package night this season. Pick up a ticket, a hot dog, and a Pepsi. One special package value price. Visit Mariners.com to get your tickets. Old school colors, and I wonder if little Junior's first game. Got to see a lot of fun things here in opening night.
The A's with the shift on with Martin hitting. See the third baseman Valencia trying to take the bunt away from him.
Martin, Sardinius, Nelson Cruz all reunited for the game, and Ron Washington, a third base coach for the A's. This one hit the center field. Burns has it measured, going back short of the track. He's there, and he makes the catch. No runs, no hits, no errors, a man left. Play 2, the home opener, no score. For the home opener, no score, A's and the Mariners. And Kelly, we know you're out there watching. Your friends wanted to give you a shout out and send out along their best wishes, as do we here at Root Sports. Up in the Hit It Here Cafe, they got some good seats up there. Packed house. The Hit It Here Cafe. Here's Billy Burns. See if he goes to the first pitch. He does. Same thing. Base hit, center field.
He's tough to deal with because of his speed, and you don't want to walk him, but I think at some point Taiwan's going to have to start him off with something other than a fastball. It's been back-to-back at-bats. We saw this from him last year. Very aggressive hitter. Likes to hit the fastball.
Well, you know what it reminds me of? The World Series when Noah Syndergaard paid a visit to Escobar, the shortstop, who is a first pitch swinger, and came up and in at the tower.
I don't think we need to see that, but maybe start him with a curveball or a changeup. Just something to give him something to think about, even if you miss with it.
A and B, give him something to think about.
Yeah.
We saw when Burns wasn't with him at the beginning, then last year, and then when we saw him, I guess after a second time, there might have been 3 or 4 at bats he didn't swing at the first pitch.
Right.
Jed Lowry flied out to left.
And the Mariners have the shift on again. Outfield playing straight up.
One. Second time around with the Athletics for Lowry. He's been with Boston 2008 to 11 and part of 12, and with Houston for last year after being with the A's first time around 2013-14. And Iannetta bluffs a throw. Burns back, and that was ball 2 to Lowry. Reddick on deck. Bouncing ball, almost got Burns. There's Marte, and he turned a double play, second time tonight. Another 4-6-3 special, timely.
And I think he gets it on the changeup, 89 miles an hour. That was the changeup. Quick turn from Cano. Marte with the strong arm. Easy double play.
Burns having to jump out of the way, help slow him down today. Mariners got out of trouble with a 4-6-3 double play in the first. Here's Josh Reddick, base hit to left. One of the things Mil Stoudemire Jr. talked about with Taijuan Walker, trying to develop a slider. Chris Iannetta said he hadn't caught it yet. It'll be interesting to see how many times it's used here tonight. Martin makes the play, double play, helpful again. When we come back, it'll be Ketel Marte, Robinson Cano, and Nelson Cruz. Going to see those guys when we return. No score. Here in Seattle, let's see if the Mariners can rustle up a few runs against the Athletics. As we play here in the home third, top of the order, Nori Aoki. Strike one to Nori, reached on an error by the second baseman Lowry to open up the home first.
Second time through the lineup, guys should have a little bit more information. Of course, they've watched video and seen the numbers. Most of the time, if you haven't faced a pitcher before, it helps to stand in there and see him one time.
Slicing drive that Burns takes care of. One away ride from Sound Transit's new Link Light rail stations on Capitol Hill or at the UW for the best seats in the house. Plan your trip at soundtransit.org. Good view from up near the foul pole in left field. As they watch Ketel Marte single to center, first time up. Breaking ball for strike. One to Ketel. Batted in the 2-hole in Tuesday's game. That was against left-hander Martin Perez. They batted ninth against Colby Lewis, the right-hander, on Wednesday.
Marte, a switch hitter. Scott Servais said that he's going to change the lineup lefty-righty. Basically, it's Marte and Kyle Seager. This right-hander's Kyle Seager will hit second. Marte will drop down the lineup.
2-2. Chopped off the plate. Tough play. Good speed by Marte, but Valencia wins that battle 2 away.
Easier play for Valencia because it wasn't down the line. Picks it cleanly. He has a strong throwing arm.
Cano, a shallow fly ball, center field, left center field, first time up. Breaking ball misses. Surkamp, just his 44th game in the big leagues, 5+ seasons. Worked out of the bullpen for the White Sox in 2014, 2-0 record. 1-1. Kyle Seager with Edgar Martinez. We'll follow Nelson Cruz. Broken bat finds its way through the shifted infield. Base hit. Robbie Cano, his first hit that's not a home run.
Surkamp starting to throw his curveball a little bit more. This one right here just spins. It didn't really break. Almost a backup breaking ball. Stayed on the inner half, and I think Robbie thought it was going to break out over the plate. That's the reason why he was jammed on it.
Here's Nelson Cruz. 44 home runs, 93 runs batted in. Chris Davis, his former teammate in Baltimore, the only man in the big leagues who had more home runs at 47.
Last year, Nelson Cruz against left-handers hit .357 with 14 home runs. That was the most in the American League against left-handed pitching.
0-1 to Cruz. Now they popped up to the first baseman in the first inning. Melvin, a catcher during his day. Making the calls here. Here's the 1-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. at first, 2-1. Down low. A 3-1 pitch to Cruz, 2 outs, 1 on. Kyle Seager on deck. Outfield straightaway and deep for Cruz. Here comes the 3-1. Hit to right field. Coughlin back on the track, makes the catch. No runs, a hit, no errors, and a man left. We've played 3 scoreless ball game here at Safeco Field. Baseball here in Root Sports, being brought to you by BNSF Railway, sponsor of the BNSF Blast. By Safeco Insurance, find a local agent at safeco.com. Do more. And by Frontier Communications, providers of next generation Fios TV and internet. Good to be back home here in Seattle, everybody. Athletics in the Mariners, and the Mariners home opener, no score through 3. Taijuan Walker against Eric Surkamp. And Mom, you've got big points springing for the cotton candy. Hope you brought plenty of wipes. Valencia, Stephen Vogt, and Chris Davis here in the 4th inning for the A's. Taijuan Walker tonight benefited from 2 double plays. He struck out 1. Trying to get leadoff man here, Danny Valencia. Playing for his 6th team in his 7th year in the big leagues. Up the middle. That's a base hit. 4th hit for the Athletics. Fans, our annual Ultimate Northwest Fan Contest. It's back. It's presented by Country Financial. Root Sports will be looking for the ultimate fan in the state of Washington throughout the month of April. So submit a photo and story on our website at rootsports.com/ultimate-fan. And you can win a VIP trip for 2 to Seattle in September, personalized jersey, and more. For official rules, visit rootsports.com. Brings up Stephen Vogt, the catcher, grounded out to Marte, his first time up.
Mariners will put the shift on with Vogt hitting.
Iannetta got some room. He hangs in. Good communication, saying he's got room. That's an important out.
And we'll take a look at it. He knows he's getting over to that hitter circle, worried about the weighted bat and everything else involved with it.
It's always reassuring when you hear a familiar voice that you got room, right?
That's it. Exactly right. Again, the Mariners had the shift on. No chance for Kyle Seager to get there.
Brings up Chris Davis. Our CenturyLink What's Next. Our starters tomorrow. The veteran Rich Hill goes against Nathan Carnes, making his Mariner debut. Carnes 7-5 last year with Tampa Bay. Carnes got better as the spring went along too.
His last couple outings were much better. Seemed to relax once he was told he was going to be on the team and be the 5th starter.
Chris Davis with Milwaukee last year. 27 home runs, 66 runs batted in with a .247 batting average. And 22 home runs the year before. Got to be careful. 2-1.
You mentioned it earlier, Mel Stottlemyre talking about Taiwan working on a slider. We haven't seen it tonight. He basically has stayed with the good fastball. He's topped out at 96. Changeup, curveball, mixing in his cutter.
Two-one. Hit foul. Well, nothing like a home opener to draw out the big crowd. 47,065 on hand. Festive night here in Seattle.
New hat, new glove, and now he has a baseball.
Can't beat it. That's a night. That's a week. Hit the other way. Trouble. Cruz gets over there, gets back in quickly. Ace threat now. Runners at the corners.
And it looked as if that base hit was on the cutter again, running away from him. Taiwan's been able to get a couple of double plays. He'll have to try to get another one as we take a look at this pitch. Cut fastball right off the outside corner. Not a bad pitch. Give Davis a lot of credit for that base hit.
The largest opening day crowd here at Safeco Field. Would love to see Taiwan escape trouble one more time here. It's blocked by Iannetta. Down low to Chris Coghlan and fly it out to left.
Missed with the changeup. Typically when Taiwan wants you to hit it on the ground, that's what you're going to see, the changeup down in the zone.
Chris Coghlan, like the Mariners' Seth Smith, a graduate of the University of Mississippi. There's strike 101.
Martin, the center fielder, shading a little bit towards right. Straight up on the infield.
And base hit by Davis, the 5th tonight by Oakland. 1-1. Ball 2. Coghlan, a .250 hitter for the Cubs last year. 16 homers, 41 runs batted in. Hits this one hard off the glove of De Jolis. Slows it down. A run will score Valencia. And it's 1-0 Athletics. What a bullet hit by Chris Coghlan to pick up his 2nd RBI this young season. De Jolis about 6'4". Slowed it up, could not stop it completely.
Well, it'll test your reactions. 94-mile-an-hour fastball in the middle of the plate, and he turns on it. Puts it right on the button. It went off the top of his glove.
One nothing Athletics. Runners at first and second. Rejander Alonso reached on an error by Cano. Strike 1. Shift on against Alonso. Pitch outside, 1-1. First and second for the A's. Pitch Up the middle, Marte with the backhand. He'll go to first. DeJoly digs it out. They get the out, and that's a big one. Runners move up, 2 down.
We're talking about the Mariners had the shift on again, and this is going to go to the left side of the mound. So Marte showing the great range, able to get rid of it quickly. A fine pick by Lee over at first. That's kind of that in-between hop. You can try to see him trying to give a little bit of ground. Fine play by Marte. Oakland now 2 for 6 with runners in scoring position.
Marcus Semien struck out on a 3-2 pitch to end the second inning. That's the only strikeout for Taiwan here tonight. Strike one. Here's the 0-1. And Taiwan ahead.
And his best fastball, 97 miles an hour, right on the outside corner.
Trying to hold the A's to a run. They have 2 runners in scoring position. 0-2. Popped up. Long look by Taiwan. We'll go through the signs again with Chris Iannetta. Well, here we go. 0-2. Just inside. Outfield a step towards right. Pitch. Blocked by Iannetta. Count evens at 2-2.
It's a pretty good pitch right there. The curveball in the dirt. For him to throw that pitch, he has to trust his catcher to keep it in front of him. That's where Iannetta, he wanted that pitch in the dirt.
Good pitch here, 2-2. Up high, full count. So full count, runners at second and third. On deck hitter Billy Burns, who's 2 for 2. Seen 2 pitches, and he's banged both of them into center field. Big spot for Taiwan. 2 escape innings already. Pitch, swing, and a miss, struck him out. Needed that. Second time he's Cade Semien. A run on 3 hits, no errors, 2 left. He limits Oakland to just 1 run in that frame. 1-0 A's.
Menting here at the Ford Sports Desk. I know they play 162 of these, but opening day is just special. Thanks to everybody who's sending in their photos using the hashtag #WhereIRoot, presented by Alaska Airlines, like this one from Andre. Me, my kids, and Dave celebrating opening day. Go Mariners. And Becky, this is impressive. Becky just finished her Mariners blanket in time for the home opener. Look at that blanket. That is unbelievable. Becky, if you ever bring that to Safeco Field, you have to bring it by the Ford Sports Desk, guys. That is spectacular. Back upstairs to you.
All right, Angie, thank you very much, and good to see you here tonight. Mariners down 1-0. Kyle Seager leads off in the home fourth, followed by Chris Iannetta and Franklin Gutierrez against Eric Surkamp. Midway through the second time around against Surkamp, Kyle struck out on a 2-2 pitch.
The A's have the shift on again. You can see 58 pitches, 32 strikes. He's tried to keep the ball away from Kyle in his first at bat, and now this one. That last pitch, a cutter right on the outside corner. Both set up away again.
Strike two to Kyle. Surkamp just one game with the Dodgers last year. You mentioned 6'5", 220. Out of Cincinnati's Moeller High School, same alma mater as Ken Griffey Jr. Football fans will remember Jerry Faust had a legendary football coaching career at Moeller before going on to Notre Dame. 2-2 pitch popped up. Valencia's got all the room he needs. Fair territory. Time now for a Geico This Date in MLB history. In 1977, Mariners record their first win in franchise history, beating the Angels. Bob Stinson and Larry Milburn. RBI doubles in the ninth inning. Bill Laxton, the winning pitcher. That's out Central Field area. Boy, I tell you what, it is a party tonight. You gotta love it. This is great. 47,065. Mariners' largest opening day crowd ever. Give yourself a birthday present, Chris Iannetta.
Bad break in his first at bat. He hit the ball hard. Right down at third. Valencia was able to make a fine backhanded play and throw him out.
Shift on against him. Chris celebrating his 33rd birthday. Up the middle. Second baseman Lowry's there. Throws him out. 2 away here in the fourth. Make sure you join the Mariners in Boeing for Salute to Armed Forces Night. That's tomorrow, 6:10 against these A's. Get here early. Special pregame ceremony. Then after the game, 10,000 fans. You're going to receive a collectible military coin. Tickets at mariners.com. Mariners with 2 hits tonight. Made 2 errors. Goody fouls one off. Franklin walked on 4 pitches first time up. Mariner hits Marte, a base hit to center in the first. Cano, base hit to left in the third. Off-speed pitch for strike 0-2.
Surkamp is really starting to get a pretty good feel for that curveball. Struggled with it in the first inning, but he's starting to settle down.
One and two. Mariners won 6 of the last 8 meetings last season with this A's ball club that finished 13-6 on the season series. 2-2. A's have a run on 6 hits and 1 error. Mariners no runs, 2 hits, 2 errors. Bouncing ball to Valencia. Throws high, but maintaining the bag is Alonso. 1-2-3 fourth. A's lead at 1-0. This youngster, prize winner, getting his picture taken and everything. And then guess what? His mom clearly coming back from overseas. And that's a mom's hug right there. Big surprise.
Happy young man.
Yes, indeed. Major League Baseball does a great job of that. Not only the Mariners, but everybody in Major League Baseball honoring the military, and we'll be doing that again tomorrow. Billy Burns didn't swing at the first pitch. Headline. Swung at the second. Ian Lennis got it covered.
And they did change up that time. Missed with the curveball and comes back with a changeup. See what he did last year? 50% of the time swinging at the first pitch.
And all the first three guys are in this division, so the usual suspects.
A little bit surprised that Calhoun, but not Altuve. He's very aggressive.
Oh my goodness. As soon as you get in the ballpark, you know he's hacking. First pitch is Jed Lowry. 0 for 2. Right to Cano. 2 down. The Mariners made 2 errors. They both came in the second inning, did not result in runs.
No, Taijuan did an excellent job, was able to get out of the inning. Unfortunately, it added to his pitch count. You can see 73 pitches for him so far.
Josh Reddick 1 for 2.
Mariners will keep the shift on with Reddick hitting. Lowry just hit into the shift.
Series wraps up Sunday. Felix Hernandez against right-hander Chris Bassett. Felix a hard luck closer in the opener, giving up 1 hit, losing at Texas. Hit to right field, deep. Cruz out of room, gone. Home run, Josh Reddick, 2-0 A's. Swing had the look, it had the sound.
One of the few mistakes that Taijuan has made so far in this game. He decided to go with the curveball. Unfortunately, he had it right on the inside corner, probably just above the knees, right in the loop zone for Reddick. Lefties like that pitch. He catches it out in front of the plate. No chance for Cruz.
Fouled off by Valencia. Josh Reddick, first homer of the season, his first run batted in. Finn in the red coat. There we go. Brought the glove, made it pay off. And maintain control of his phone. He doesn't have to buy a new one tomorrow.
And he had some interference to deal with.
Reddick with 20 home runs, 77 runs batted in last year. 2-1 to Valencia. The A's lead it 2-0. Two and two. Valencia bounced into a double play and singled to center field. Two outs and a 2-2 pitch. Full count. On-deck hitter Stephen Vogt. 3-2 pitch tied him up, struck him out. Third K for Taijuan, but some damage here in the 5th as Reddick gets his first homer of the season, extends the A's lead to 2-0. difference of the game. Coughlin, a hard smash off the glove of Dae-Ho Lee. That brought in a run. That scored Danny Valencia. And then how about Josh Reddick? Got a breaking ball. Read it all the way and put it into the second row. 2-0 Athletics. Dae-Ho Lee to lead it off.
And for the Mariners, through 4 innings, they've only had 1 runner in scoring position, and that was to start off the game. Aoki was able to reach by an error, but was stranded at second.
Dae-Ho Lee, high drive, center field, lot of carry, on the track, it is out of here! Dae-Ho Lee with a home run, the big Korean, with his first major league home run, and the Mariners are on the board. It's 2-1 Oakland. Dae-Ho indeed, Dae-Ho.
First major league home run. Pretty excited about it. We talked about this through spring training. You can see the big leg kick for the man. And he barrels it up, and I'm telling you, that was a towering home run.
Good looking swing.
Yeah, he hit it so high, I wasn't sure that it was going to have the distance, but a lot of carry to it.
First big league hit, first big league homer. Whoop! Boy, he unleashed. Got it on a 1-0 pitch. Martin is behind 0-2. Boy, he had that time. You want to talk about some weight transfer. Almost hit him. It did hit him.
Yeah. Some more good news for the Mariners, hitting Martin when he's down 0-2. That'll help the Mariners out. They'll get a little bit of a bruise, but it puts some speed on the bases.
Oof. Top of the order, Nori Aoki reached on an error. Fly to center. 0 for 2. Martin's got plus speed. See if they can move him along. Shows bunt. Takes a strike. Dae-Ho Lee, good for him. 332 home runs combined in Japan and Korea. And for Aoki, veteran who's been around, counting his time in Japanese baseball, his 13th year in pro ball. Scott Service loved talking about Lee, and he loved talking about Aoki as well. Dae-Ho Lee, what a big home run. Get the Mariners' first run here at home in 2016. Valencia well in on the grass. Line drive, center field, base hit. Martin to second, will get the third easily. Aoki with a big turn. He'll hold it first, and here come the Mariners. A home run, a hit batter, and a base hit.
Solid line drive single. He's almost able to hit this line drive through the gap. Billy Burns, the center fielder, covers a lot of ground. We'll see, he had to give a little ground right there. Plenty of speed for Martin to get all the way around to third.
Good production from the bottom of the order. Dae-Ho Lee batting 8th with a homer. Martin reaches by getting hit by a pitch. And now top of the order, Aoki. And it sets up nicely for Ketel Marte.
Marte 1 for 2 so far.
Marte, Cano, Cruz, Seager, Iannetta, all waiting their turn. A lot of room in the gaps. That stays fair. Right off his foot.
Yeah.
That had to hurt like the Dickens too.
You see the guard, but I think he hits this right off the top of his foot. Ankle. Hit him right on the ankle.
There wasn't exactly max coverage in that spot either. Marte trying to shake it off. 1 for 2, single to center in the first, grounded out the third in the third inning. Runners at the corners, nobody out. Be good enough to tie it up. Deep to center field. Martin will scoot home easily. We got a brand new ball game at 2-2. RBI can tell Marte on the sac fly. It's a 2-2 ball game. Take a look at our Mariner calendar, brought to you by Sleep Train. Good to see Nathan Carnes make his Mariner debut. Felix his home debut for 2016. That'll be on Sunday. Then the Rangers, we get to see those guys again before we take off after the Wednesday game, day off in New York. See the Yankees, Cleveland, and the Athletic and the Angels, and we could see some cold temperatures. Right now, long range forecast for New York, temps in the mid-50s. And all through the Northeast. Matter of fact, I saw a weather map today. They're talking about 4 or 5 inches of snow on Long Island.
Cano with a base hit to left field his last time up.
Runner goes, got a good break. Pitch swung on and fouled back.
And Surkamp is fortunate to get that pitch back. Or maybe a cutter, middle in. Aggressive swing by Cano, fouling it straight back.
So Robbie's healthy. We've talked about that. He's been pulling the inside pitch. What else are you seeing with his approach at the plate?
Well, I think again he's able to cover so much that he can look out over the plate again and just react to the inner half. Where last year I think he was so concerned about that he had to look inside, and then that's when we'd see him chase the breaking ball in the dirt because he was trying to get the barrel out there because he wasn't healthy enough to see it and react to it.
It's this one hard. A going foul.
And now he can handle that pitch right there, the cutter on the outside corner, and still put a good swing on it. Not worried about the inner half. And if you make a mistake in there, he will hurt you. So all spring long, and of course that series in Arlington.
4 hits in Arlington, all home runs.
Watching Aoki, you mentioned it when he hit the ball towards the gap, and the big turn that he had at first base. The other thing that he did on the fly ball, the sacrifice fly, he went back and tagged up, went about halfway down. And what that does is it puts pressure on the outfielders. And you're going to see that from these guys all summer long.
0-2 to Cano. Aoki at first, the throw over. Love to see Robbie get a hold of one here. This place will explode. 47,065, the largest opening day crowd in Mariners history. Surkamp ready. And the 0-2 throw over to first. With a base hit back in the third. Gives him a hitting streak of 19 games, carrying back in the last season. He stole 14 bases last year. We talked about the running game a lot during the spring. He's got service basically giving most of the guys a green light, so he'd have an idea what their capabilities are. See what happens here. 0-2 to Cano. There's Lowry. Oh, he boots it. There's a break for the Mariners. Aoki staying on his feet, will get the third with ease. Runners at the corners. One out for Nelson Cruz.
Second error for Lowry. We talked about it at the start of the game. The A's, the worst in the American League as far as fielding goes. You see Bob Melvin make a trip out to the mound. This looks like it's going to be a routine play, routine double play. Mariners catch another break.
First and third, 2 runs in. 4th combined error here tonight. Here's a Hokie play in front of him. And he sees the ball get through him. Kept on going. Got a pitching change here by the Athletics. Mariners threatening to take the lead here in the home opener in the 5th inning. 2-2 ball game with 2 on and Cruz coming to bat. Seattle Mariners baseball here on Root Sports, being brought to you by Money Tree. Proud to make a donation to Mariners Care for every Mariners win. By Jack in the Box. Taste the all-new Double Jack Burger today only at Jack in the Box. And by CHI Franciscan Health, the Mariners' official partners in health. Learn to stay Northwest healthy at nwhealthy.org. Good to have you with us for the home opener, everybody. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, Root Sports crew. Great night, pleasant temperatures this Friday night. The Mariners have tied it. Now look for the lead with Nelson Cruz with 2 on, 1 out. And strike 1 from A's reliever Francisco Rodriguez. Aoki, he's at third. Cano at first.
The entire right side of the infield is open for Cruz. They have the shift on right now. Ooh. Like he tried to hit it the other way. See all that room.
He did a good job hitting the ball the right side last year.
Especially with 2 strikes.
You bet.
For Rodriguez, last year 56 appearances, a 3.84 ERA, 65 strikeouts and 58 2/3. That's a good number for him. Opponents hit just 200 off of him.
0-2 to Nelly. Rodriguez, 31, out of El Paso, Texas, born there, still lives there. He's been with the Angels, Houston, and now in his 4th year with the Athletics. One, 2 to Cruz. Put it in play, Simeon. There's 1, and they get the double play. Good news, though, the Mariners tie it up. Sac fly Marte, home run for Day-Ho Lee. 2-2 ball game here at Safeco Field.
To Safe Go Field, Angie Mentink here at the Ford Sports Desk, and we have got a brand new ball game. Continue to send in your photos using the hashtag #WhereIRoot, presented by Alaska Airlines. Like this one, adding another Mariner fan in a few weeks. Sherwood, if that's your name, you're so tiny. In a few weeks, I think you need a couple more months. And then Amelia showing off her Mariners spirit. That one sent in by Elizabeth. We're a sucker for the baby photos. We can't help it. They're just so stinking cute. So many fans coming by tonight, and isn't it fun, you guys, to be at the ballpark again and see all of these Mariner fans?
Absolutely. Could not be happier. I'll tell you what, there's your run producers. Thank you, Angie. Run producers Cattell Marte with the sac fly. Adejo Lee, first big league hit, first big league homer. 2-2 ball game as we play top 6. Stephen Vogt to lead it off against Taijuan Walker.
Mariners have the shift on. You see Cano well out onto the grass.
Odo for 2 with a ground out to short. Fouled out to the catcher, Iannetta. You have Vidal Nuno, the left-hander, and Tony Zick. Vincent, beg your pardon, Nick Vincent. Vincent has been outstanding. Talked to him today. Dude, first 2 times out of the bullpen, you just got to the new club. He said, that's what I do, and it feels good to get those first 2 out of the way. Picked up the win on Tuesday, a scoreless inning with 2 strikeouts. Came back the next day, scoreless inning with 2 strikeouts.
Sinker, slider, occasional cutter from Vincent.
Bullpen, very impressive. Good first 3 games.
See, 9 innings, did not give up a run, just 1 hit. And 14 strikeouts in 9 innings.
In Texas against a ball club that can put it play down there, and the ball is flying in that air in Texas. Here's from the Mariners side. Good job by the bullpen to hold down Texas. Taijuan has not walked anybody, struck out 3 and given up a home run. Is about to throw pitch number 88. And this one fouled back.
And this will be his last inning.
Hanging up for Aoki. On away. Gonna bring up Chris Davis. Sign your little sluggers up for the new free Mariners Kids Club. It's powered by Junior Mariners. Membership includes newsletters and special offers, plus a wiffle ball, Kids Club badge, and more when you visit Safe Go Field. Join the free Mariners Kids Club at mariners.com/kids. 2-2 ball game. 1 out here in the top of the 6th. Chris Davis reached on an error and single to right. Two runs, 7 hits, 2 errors for the Athletics. Big swing and a miss. 2-4-2 for the Mariners.
Taijuan, 91 pitches, still has a good fastball. Last fastball 95 miles an hour. It's topped out at 97.
2-1. But he's rebounded nicely after the very shaky first inning.
Well, you're right about that. And I can only imagine how excited he was to be out on the mound. The place was going nuts. Maybe overthrowing a little bit.
Good looking pitch, 2-2.
Well located pitch right on the outside corner at 95.
Four games, 2 previous starts, 0-1 record with a 7+ ERA against the Athletics. Count runs full. On deck hitter Chris Coghlan drove in the first run. Hard liner off of Adejo Lee's glove. Swing and a miss. 4th strikeout for Taijuan. 2 outs here in the 6th.
And this is the cut fastball off the plate away. His cutter tonight has been 91 miles an hour.
Gatland 1 for 2. Got a good rhythm working now, Taiwan. One. Vincent on the left, Nuno on the right. They are ready. It's fouled back 1-2.
Nuno, the only member of the bullpen that hasn't pitched in a game yet.
Time called. One-two pitch. 2-2.
Next pitch will be 100.
Ground ball to Cano. Good inning for Taijuan Walker. 1, 2, 3. He's retired the last 4 that he's faced. He's through 6. 2-2 ball game here in Seattle.
Here we have an AL West battle at Safeco Field. The Dodgers and the Giants in an NL West batter. Ross Stripling making his major league debut, and how about this? He has a no-hitter through 6. He has walked 3. He's got 4 strikeouts. So get you back upstairs, and guys, it looks like Taijuan Walker done after 6.
Nice work by Taijuan as he gets an attaboy pat on the shoulder from his new skipper, Scott Service. Leaves with the score tied 2-2. Fernando Rodriguez continues on here. For the Athletics, he's got Kyle Seager, Chris Iannetta, Franklin Gutierrez 5, 6, and 7 here in the 6th. Mariners trailed 2-0 after 4.5, but tied it up on a Dale Lee leadoff homer and a sac fly by Marte in the bottom of the 5th inning.
And the A's with the shift on with Kyle hitting. Kyle 0 for 2 tonight.
Kyle and his wife Julie expecting a second child in a few months to join 2-year-old son Crew. Pretty excited about that. It was fun talking to him about when you see Cano and his eyes just lit up. Man, you can't get more dialed in. It's fun. We need him. And it's so exciting, and it's got such a buzz going on in the clubhouse. Good count here for Kyle of 3-1. And a nice backhand there by Alonso. And there's one away. This week only, T-Mobile customers can get a free season-long subscription to MLB.tv Premium. Go to T-Mobile.com/MLB to sign up now and catch every moment on America's fastest-growing LTE network. Here's Chris Iannetta. A couple of ground outs, 0 for 2. Iannetta 0 for 2 against Fernando Rodriguez. One. Joel Peralta warming up for the Mariners. Made his Mariner debut on Tuesday. Scoreless inning, a walk and a strikeout. Oh, 2 strikes to Iannetta.
He had a pretty good swing at a fastball, elevated out over the plate.
Temperature dropping here at Safeco Field. Now it's starting to feel like an April night. 59 degrees, a little bit of wind blowing out towards left field. Started off the day, temperatures were in the low 70s, and it was 67 at first pitch back at 7:10. He's got on the board first in the 4th inning with 1 out, an infield hit by Chris Coghlan. Took a 2-0 lead in the 5th and a home run by Josh Reddick. Josh DHing tonight. Dae-Ho Lee led off the Mariners' 5th with a home run after a hit batter and a base hit, a sac fly by Marte. That tied to score 2, and that's where we are right now. Stripling no-no is now through 7 innings for the Dodgers at the Giants, 2-0 LA. And Iannetta strikes out. 2 outs. Rodriguez first strikeout. Make sure you join the club as a Mariners season ticket holder when you purchase a 20-game plan and choose from one of 4 pre-selected options, or enjoy the flexibility of customizing your own plan. Either way, you're going to save up to 40% over single game prices. Get more info at mariners.com/16. Goody with a walk and a ground out, 0 for 1.
Still looking for his first hit of the season.
I've seen Rodriguez before. He's 0 for 2 against him. Goody will be in right field for tomorrow's game against left-hander Rich Hill, and he hooked that one foul. Nice play by the ball girl. 1. Good first night memories. Foul ball. There's 1-1. 2 out, nobody on, 6th inning. Two and 1.
Peralta ready to go out in the pen.
He's got Alonso, Simeon, and Burns coming up. A lefty, a righty, and a switch hitter. 2-1.
Pretty good pitch for Gutierrez to handle right there. You can see him shake his head after he fouled it off. Out over the plate. We've talked about his power towards right center field. The pitch was elevated for him.
That was a location sweet spot for him.
It was.
Two balls, 2 strikes. High fly ball going foul. Sunday, Kings Court will be in session. I'm told it's going to be a double-decker Kings Court. Sold that baby out there in those 2 sections. Going to be a lot of fun. Felix in his home debut for 2016. Two and 2 to Goody with 2 outs. Infield tilted to the left. Hits right into the shift. Here's the second baseman Lowry. Throws him out. 1-2-3 inning. Mariners retired quietly. 6 complete. A 2-2 ball game. Here for the Mariners after a rocky start. 6 innings of 7 hit ball, 2 runs, both earned, no walks, 4 strikeouts, and even 100 pitches.
I thought Taiwan really settled in nice. Topped out at 97 miles an hour. Had a really good changeup. Was able to get a couple of double plays, turn on him on the changeup. Mixed in his curveball, also used his cutter. But I thought his first outing was a good one. Go back to the 2nd inning. A couple of errors behind him, and he was able to pitch around that. So overall, really threw the ball well tonight. I think he'll be happy with the 6 innings, giving up just the 2 runs. Good movement on that changeup.
Yeah, that was outstanding. And again, didn't walk anybody. 4 strikeouts. Rebounded nicely. He had a couple of double plays help him out in the 1st and the 3rd. Now to the Mariner pen, which has been outstanding through the first 3 games, and Joel Peralta gets the first call.
See what he did last year with the Dodgers. 33 appearances, a 3-1 record, 4.34 ERA. He had 24 strikeouts, 8 walks in 29 innings. Opponents hit .248.
First hitter's Alonso.
For Peralta, he's been around for a long time. He knows how to pitch. He'll mix it up. Fastball will be right around 90 miles an hour. A couple of different breaking balls, a split that he will use.
Andrew Alonso, first year with the Athletics. was incorrect when I said he was with the Dodgers. He's been 2 years with Cincy and 4 with the Padres.
John Axford getting loose in the pen for the A's.
Oh, and 2 to Yonder. In the dirt. Peralta trying to get off to a good start here. Mariner home debut. Strike 3. Let's check in with Angie Mentek.
Guys, thanks so much. We are following the no-no right now that Ross Stripling is throwing between the Dodgers and the Giants. He is through 7 innings, but here's the thing. He's at 91 pitches. He's coming back from Tommy John surgery. I think that's the most interesting thing about it. Missed all of 2014, most of 2015. So they have him on a pitch count of 100. So if he's got 91 through 7, it'll be interesting to see how he finishes this or how the manager comes to pull him out when he's got a no-hitter going.
Interesting decision for rookie manager Dave Roberts. Marcus Semien, he struck out twice at the hands of Taijuan Walker's behind 0-1.
Coming off of Tommy John surgery, I'm sure they'll stay at the 100 pitches. Wouldn't you think, Dave?
Early on, and he's going this well.
Yeah.
Peralta has good splits against lefty hitters. 226 career righties, hit 235 against them. Popped up, playable in the infield. Iannetta being called off by Seager, foul territory, 2 down. A quick 2 outs. Distraction occurs anytime you take your eyes off the road. Now, if you're texting, you're not driving. Let's reach our target 0 goal together. 0 traffic deaths in your family. 0 traffic deaths in our state. Think about keeping a guy in a ball game. He's got a no-no. You think about Johan Santana.
Yeah.
Mets. Was that Jerry? Oh gosh, Jerry was the manager. I can't remember. I'm blanking on his name right now, but he kept
Emmanuel.
him. Yeah, Jerry Manuel. Then he kept them in 150 pitches or something like that. I think Jerry was the manager that year.
It was it was at least 130 something.
Yeah, and Santana was never the same, and he's at it again now.
Yeah.
And the other bad news for the kid pitching a no-no. Long inning, Badgers at bat, and now it's starting to rain in San Francisco, so this time he's going to be all fouled up. Billy Burns, 1-0. Deo stays with it. Whoa! And just gets there. Good short area quickness by the big man. Nice recovery as Peralta throws a 1-2-3 inning. 2-2 game as he goes to the home 7th. To think you could win Washington's lottery. What would you do if you won? Download the app and play today. 7th inning stretch, huge crowd of 47,065. Opening night here at Safeco Field. 2-2 ball game as we take a look at our Jimmy John's delivery of the game. And how about Dale Lee leading off the 5th 1-0 pitch? Kaboom!
Towering home run out to left center field, hit it into the pen. His first major league hit, first major league home run.
What a bitch. That's good to see. Really good to see. And Dale Lee is going to lead it off against a veteran right-hander, John Axford. Dale with a strikeout and a home run. Melvin going into the pen for second reliever, a restructured pen. Axford staying away from him.
There you can see his numbers. Last year pitched in 60 games, ERA at a 4.20, 62 strikeouts, 32 walks, a lot of walks. Opponents hit .259 against him.
Axford's work last year at Colorado. Down low, Axford had some really good years in Milwaukee in 2010, 24 saves, 46 the next year, and 35. Then certain things have gone against him since that time, and he's bounced around to St. Louis, Cleveland, Pittsburgh, Colorado, and now Oakland. 3-0. There's a strike.
And speaking of bullpens, Benoit getting loose in the Mariner pen. He will get the 8th inning.
These two teams had the worst 2 bullpens in the American League, and both have restructured. 3-1. Whoa, 3-2.
Axford still has a good fastball, 96 miles an hour.
Axford from Simcoe, Ontario, Canada, 33 years old. 3-2 to Deo. Kept the at-bat alive. It'll be Deo Lee, Leonis Martin, and Nori Aoki. 8-9-1. Mariners tied it in the 5th. Deo with a home run and a sac fly by Marte after the A's had taken a 2-0 lead after 4.5. The 3-2 pitch. He hits this one well. Center field. Burns going back. Got room just in front of the track. He's already become a fan favorite.
I think the wind knocked that down, too. He hit it pretty well.
You heard the roar as soon as he made contact. As we take a look at our Delta Airlines keep climbing standings. Mariners above 500 in first place starting today. I think there was, what, 1 day, maybe 2 last year where they were over 500. So this is a good way to start the 2016 season. See if they can get cranking here offensively. Martino for 1 was hit by a pitch and scored a run. That was in the 5th. Martino for 1 against Axford. Popped up in a conversation with Ron Washington at the cage, third base coach for the A's. He says this guy's going to come up big here. When he was a manager in Texas and Martin was there, said he might have been a little bit too young, might have been brought up a little bit too soon, but he's seasoned now and he expects big things. He says, you guys are going to do well with him.
He had a couple of good years for Wash in Texas.
He said this is going to be the breakout, the start of a breakout career. Two and 1. I mentioned earlier, Martin and Sardinas and Cruz all played for Ron Washington down in Texas. And Ron said he barely recognized Sardinas. He said he's such a little thing when we had him. He was 165 pounds. He comes out here yoked, showing off his arms and everything. So who is this guy?
He hit a long home run in Texas.
Two 1 to Martin. 2-2. Aoki to follow. Axford ready. Here comes the 2-2. Strike 3 called, and he knew it. 2 outs here in the Mariners' home 7th. Make your voice heard. Nominate your favorite plays of the week by tweeting us using the hashtag #RootFanFave. You watch the Mariners pregame show every Sunday to find out the top 5 fan favorite plays of the week. Plus, each month, one lucky fan will win a Coors Light Refresherator just for participating. For official rules, visit rootsports.com. Here's Aoki. Strike 1 and a foul tip into Vogt's glove. Aoki 1 for 4 career against John Axford.
He is going right at the Mariners. Nothing but fastballs from him.
Stripling, youngster, taken out of the game after 100 pitches. 1 out, 1 on, bottom 8. Giants. Dodgers leading the Giants.
There's a breaking ball.
Two 1 pitch. Lifted to left field. Running out of room is Davis. Chris Davis, 2-2. Big crowd here tonight. Hopefully we have more big crowds for the remainder of this homestand. A 6:10 start tomorrow, 1:10 on Sunday. Then the Rangers Monday night, Tuesday night, and Wednesday afternoon. First matinee. 2-2 pitch. Axford uses all of that 6'5" frame to snare that one as he throws a 1-2-3 7th. Joaquin Benoit looks like he'll be taking over when we come back for the 8th.
The 8th, Athletics and Mariners tied at 2 apiece. Angie Bentink with you here at the Ford Sports Desk. Ross Stripling had to leave a no-hitter he had going. He walked Angel Pagan on his 100th pitch. He had to come out of the game. The last combined no-hitter was started by Cole Hamels. The Phillies did it back in 2014, but that no-hitter has just been broken up by Trevor Brown, a 2-run home run. So the no-hitter is over, and right now Ross Stripling still, though, guys, has one heck of a major league debut to talk about.
Well, you can talk about that for a long time. Pass that one down through the generations. We look at a veteran here, 14th season for Joaquin Benoit.
Pitched well for the Padres last year, a 2.34 ERA, 63 strikeouts and 65 in a third. Opponents hit just 159 against him.
First batter, Jed Lowry. Lowry, Reddick, and Valencia, 2-3-4 here in the 8th.
For Benoit, his fastball 93 to 94 miles an hour. Will also throw a slider. Pitched an inning in Texas, did not give up a run.
5th team for Benoit has been with Texas, Tampa Bay, Detroit, San Diego prior to coming to the Mariners. One. More activity. There's Sean Doolittle just coming back from an injury. Jim Capel at ESPN did a fabulous story on Doolittle. The headline, the most interesting man in baseball. It's charity work, writing and producing some of the A's TV commercials, which are hilarious. Maybe not as quite as funny as the Mariners, but still pretty good.
I always find it interesting with the shift, which is what the Mariners have right now. They have the shift on, but Benoit pitching him away. Some pretty good two-seam fastballs off the outside corner.
One-two pitch. 2-2. Benoit out of Santiago in the Dominican Republic. Got a 2-2 pitch. Lifted to right center field. Cruz on the scene. Good news defensively for the Mariners. We check out the Big Fish Casino Big Catch. It's all about the double plays, and boy, were they timely.
They really were. Taijuan Walker in some trouble early in the ball game. You can see this easy double play, 4-6-3. And he comes back with a changeup right here, and then you'll see it again, 4-6-3. Good turn by Marte, the shortstop.
Good combo. Reddick pops one foul. Josh with a home run. He's had a good night, 2 for 3. First inning single to left. He flied to center in the 3rd inning. On the 1-1 pitch, he homered to right. That was in the 5th inning. Reddick 0 for 2 career against Benoit. One. Mariners 8th, will have 2-3-4 coming up. Marte, Cano, and Cruz. One pitch here to Reddick. Hey, upstairs, 2-1. Got service. Really excited about being here in Seattle. Off day for everybody yesterday. He had a chance to get settled. A lot of his family here, mom and dad, a lot of folks coming in from Wisconsin. 2-1. Third floor on that one. 3-1.
He's missed high, well out of the strike zone on his last 2 fastballs. Valencia waiting on deck, 1 for 3 tonight.
The 3-1 pitch. And he walked it. Go ahead runs aboard. First wave sighting of 2016. Going around the ballpark.
As you would probably guess, all the outfielders playing just in front of the warning track want to stay away from the double. Scott Service pushing all the outfielders back.
Valencia 1 for 3. Singled in the 4th, leading off that inning, and came around and scored on the Coughlin RBI. Good lateral slide there by Iannetta, ball 1.
He's quick back there, isn't he?
Very impressive. Valencia split time last year. Toronto for 58 games. Oakland for 47. He hit .284 for the Athletics. Back to strike 1-1.
You can see Benoit talking to himself. He wants to get the fastball down. That last fastball at 92, but it was right at the top of the strike zone.
Valencia 1 for 8 against Joaquin. Joaquin looking for a double play ball, although they give him the entire right side. Folded big time there. 1-2. Bullpen has been outstanding through the first 3 ball games. Peralta threw a scoreless inning. And strike 3 called. Nasty pitch by Joaquin Benoit for out number 2 here in the 8th. Valencia disagreed with the Rob Drake call. CenturyLink, what's next? Remainder of this series. The veteran Rich Hill goes against Nathan Carnes, making his Mariner debut tomorrow. And then on Sunday, it'll be King Felix Day. King's Court will be in session against Chris Bassett. Stephen Vogt, 0 for 3 night for him. Ball 1. Vogt is 1 for 1 against Benoit. Even tonight, a ground out, a foul out, fly to left.
Another high fastball from Benoit. Late swing from Vogt. Mariners have the shift on, expecting him to try to pull the ball.
Good crowd. Excited by the Mariners' 2-1 start down in Texas. Opening night, always a big thrill here. Looking for a little shutdown work from Mr. Benoit. 1-1. Vote like Nelson Cruz with a mouthpiece. Baseball playing mouthpiece wearers. It's not a big number, but
it's growing now.
Yeah,
more and more guys are wearing them.
2-1, 2 outs, man aboard. Two and two. Two and two, trying to end it right here. Long pause, Benoit deals. High foul. Count remains 2-2.
Another high fastball is one of the things that we've seen from Stephen Vogt. He can handle the high fastball. Typically, left-handers want it down in the zone, but he can catch up to that pitch.
In short right field for Vogt. Reddick the runner, 2-2. Reddick takes off, pitch, swing on and miss, struck him out. Benoit ends it in the 8th for the Athletics. In the home 8th, the Mariners will have Ketel Marte, Robinson Cano, and Nelson Cruz in this 2-2 ball game. Opener for the Mariners, A's in town, first of 3, MLB TV Premium. The #1 live streaming sports service delivers everything you've come to expect and more. Watch every out-of-market game live in HD on more than 400 devices. Includes a free subscription to At Bat, the #1 app for live baseball. So visit Mariners.com for details. Bullpen numbers, they have been fine through 4 innings, 3 innings in, plus this game. 11 innings, 39 batters, 1 hit, no runs, 6 walks, and 17 Ks.
Sean Doolittle going to take over for the A's. See what he did last year. Just 12 appearances for him, 3.95 ERA. Did have 15 strikeouts in just 13 2/3.
He has continuously battled back from injuries. Drafted as a pitcher, then became a first baseman. Then back to a pitcher, missed some time, and here he is again for the Athletics. Marte, first hitter, looks at a strike. First base side of the rubber for Doolittle. Did he go? Did not. It's his first base umpire, Carlos Torres. 101. I mentioned Jim Capel. Great piece on Doolittle at ESPN.com. Young man is sponsored a Thanksgiving Day meal for Syrian refugees. fundraiser for LGBT Pride Night. Sushek, the Mariner closer, gets ready. And Doolittle's also a distant relative of General Jimmy Doolittle, who led the first air raid on Tokyo back in World War II. 3-1. Big boys coming up. We got Cano, Cruz, and Seager. Base runner.
A speedy base runner.
Make sure you tune in every Sunday for a new episode of Mariners All Access. Get exclusive player interviews, behind the scenes footage, and Mariners stories you can't find anywhere else. Now, if you missed Sunday's episode, tune in for re-airs throughout the week on Root Sports. For your local programming, visit rootsports.com. Your programming schedule, that's where you're going to find it. Cano, 4 hits down in Texas, all home runs tonight, 1 for 3. Got a base hit to left in the 3rd inning. On the other way, fouled it off. Cano has had his difficulties against Doolittle, 1 for 11.
That last fastball was the best one we've seen from Doolittle. 95 miles an hour, a late swing from Robbie. When you're facing Doolittle, you will get a fastball or two to hit. He'll go right at you.
Fly ball left field. Davis with plenty of room. Well, as good a fastball as Doolittle has, you want to see this guy turn one around. Nelson Cruz tonight, 0 for 3.
This will be a good matchup. Nelson can hit anybody's fastball, and Doolittle likes his, so see what happens. Hopefully he can get one up out over the plate.
Cruz 0 for 4 against Sean. Marte at first, 1 out. Broken bat pop up. Alonso 2 down.
Nelson a little too aggressive. That fastball in off the plate at 95.
And Kyle Seager, he has had his struggles too against Doolittle. 1 for 14. Tough matchup. Cano, Cruz, and Seager combined 2 for 29 against Sean Doolittle. Kyle tonight has struck out, popped out the 3rd, grounded out the 1st. One to 1. Bob Melvin once here, 1 to 1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Aaron's looking for a big knock here, 2-1 in this 2-2 ball game. Throw to first, Arte. Minimal lead.
And not much of a lead. I think once he reached first, they were going to let Cano, Cruz, and Seager hit.
There's a 2-1 and throw up first again. Sushek. to make his second appearance. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 94 miles an hour that pitch.
Yeah, down more in the middle of the plate. Easier pitch for Kyle to handle in that area.
There you go, 2-2. 2 outs in the middle board. 2-2 ball game. Popped it up. Shallow center field. Simeon gives way to Burns, and the Mariners are done. We go to the 9th. Davis, Coughlin, and Alonso coming up. We'll see Steve Cishek when we come back. Beautiful night as Steve Cishek takes over. 5th inning, a good one for the Mariners, Mike.
They're down 2-0. Daeho Lee leading things up with his first home run, make it 2-1.
And after Martin was hit by a pitch and a single by Aoki, Marte delivers a sacrifice fly, and that ties it up at 2-2, and that's where we stand right now as we get ready for the top of the 9th inning.
Steve Cishek going to take over. Last year, 3.58 ERA. Opponents hit .259 against him. Submarine style. Here in Texas, his fastball is right around 91 miles an hour. Also mix in a slider and a changeup.
Chris Davis will lead it off. Playing up the middle. Strike 1 to Davis. He's 1 for 3 tonight. Reached on an error by Seager. Base hit to right and a strikeout. Playable. Here comes Cano. Daeho Lee there as well. Daeho is there to make the play. Big power threat. That's good out. Brings up Chris Coughlin, the right fielder. 1 for 3. RBI base hit in the 4th. Hard smash off the glove of Daeho Lee. Taijuan Walker, if you're just joining us, 6 innings of 7 hit, 2-run ball. No walks, 4 strikeouts. Peralta, scoreless inning. Ditto Benoit. Breaking ball gets an outside corner, 1-1. He's got their run. Coughlin's RBI in the 4th and a home run by Reddick in the 5th. Strike 2. Cishek ahead, 1-2, and hit well. Right field, A's lead, 3-2. Coughlin with his 2nd RBI, and that's his 1st homer of the season, and no doubt about it.
Cishek was able to get ahead of him with a couple of sliders on the outside corner, tried to get the fastball to the inside corner. 92 miles an hour, tried to get it in on his hands. He's able to hit the corner. Coughlin just turns on it, runs back just enough for it to find the barrel.
So the A's lead, top 9 here, 3-2. And ball get crunched.
They'll bring up Alonso. Mariners had the shift on with Alonso hitting.
First run given up by the Mariner bullpen. Two 2-0. After the home run.
Ryan Madsen getting loose.
Cishek 3-1 to Alonso with Marcus Semien on deck. Left field, long run. Aoki can't get it. Oh, it skips away from him. It'll be extra bases. So Alonso on a 3-1 pitch doubles to left field into the corner. It's his first hit tonight.
And Mel Stottlemyre out of the dugout quickly.
Well, Jerry DiPoto, the general manager, a lot of stock in Cishek. How he goes is how ball club could go this year.
We talked about it before with closers. Everything lines up behind them, so you need them to be successful. A couple of extra base hits, the home run, now the double.
This against the bottom of the order. Alonso batting in the 8-hole, and now Semien, who's as dangerous a 9-hole hitter as there is, 15 home runs last year. 0 for 3 today, couple strikeouts and a foul out to Seager. Ball 1. 3 runs, 9 hits, 2 errors for Oakland. 2 runs, 4 hits, 2 errors for the Mariners. 1-1. Alonso average speed at second. Two balls, 1 strike.
Looks like Tony Zick getting loose in the pen for the Mariners.
On deck hitter Billy Burns as we get back to the top of the order. Playable for Martin. 2 outs.
There's Tony.
Hitter will be Billy Burns. Aggressive on the first pitch he sees every at bat. 2 hits. First 2 pitches he saw tonight. Since then, Will tapper in front of the mound that Iannetta threw him out on, and a foul out to Dale Lee. Breaking ball for strike. Wind starting to pick up here again. 2 outs with Alonso at second after the home run by Coughlin. 3-2 Athletics. 1-1.
With Ryan Madson getting loose in the pen for the A's, there are some options for service. Seth Smith, Adam Lind on the bench. The switch hitter Sardinius, and Clevenger the backup catcher.
Cano taking charge, calling off Dale Lee. That'll do it. Damage done. Chris Coughlin, a home run, gives the Athletics a 3-2 lead. Coming up by Annetta, Gutierrez, and Lee. Last stops here for the Mariners in the ninth. And for the remainder of this series, we check in with our CenturyLink What's Next. Tomorrow, Nathan Carnes makes his Mariners debut. He'll go against the veteran Rich Hill. And then on Sunday, King's Court Day of the King, Felix Hernandez against Chris Bassett. Bassett, tough luck last year, 1-8, a 3.56.
Ryan Madson, 68 appearances last year with the Royals, pitched well, 2.13 ERA, 58 strikeouts, just 14 walks. Opponents hit only 205 against him.
Madson didn't pitch in the 14 season. Chris Iannetta going to lead things off.
Seth Smith has come out of the dugout. He's on deck.
Madson, a member of the world champion Kansas City Royals last year. Story goes that after the 14th season, Madson went out to do a little scouting, just to look in on a kid. Cishek upset with having given up the home run, but Madson went to look at him, prospect, got out and threw himself, felt pretty good. Next thing you know, Kansas City signs him, and he's a big part of their bullpen last year.
Well, he's already hit 95.
1-1 to Iannetta, 0 for 3 tonight. 2 ground outs and a strikeout. Popped up, room for Alonso. Let's check in with Angie Mente.
Guys, thanks. Coming up on Mariners Postgame, presented by Delta Airlines, we're going to recap all of the opening day festivities. If you missed any of it, we've got the best bits for you. Griffey's first pitch, the trip around the bases, and we'll head inside the skipper's office to hear from him, and we'll also be inside the clubhouse as well to hear from the players. It's all coming up on Mariners Postgame, presented by Delta Airlines.
Seth Smith. sorry, they're going to hit for Gutierrez, and Adam Lind is now on deck. He will hit for Lee.
Smitty had a great spring. There's Adam Lind. He's waiting. He's hitting over 500 during the spring, and that was a hard 500 too.
And he hit a long home run in Arlington. Almost hit the concession stand.
.541 in the spring, 20 for 37. Smitty behind. 0-2 to Matson, who's part of the Phillies 08 championship team in Kansas City last year.
And you can see both those pitches off the plate away.
Swing and a miss. He's gone. 2 down.
Well, after a couple of tough calls on pitches off the plate away, we're going to protect it against just about anything. Seth in an 0-2 count quickly chases this pitch like a split down and off the plate.
So 2 outs. Adam Lind to pinch hit. Lind career 0 for 2 against Madsen. Pinch hitting for Dale Lee. Mariners Safeco Field debut. Long run. Valencia gets out of play.
The A's have the shift on, expecting him to pull the ball.
Two outs. Mariner fans trying to pump some life into the ball club. Down a run here in the 9th. The 0-1. Now 0-2.
.96 miles an hour right down the middle. A little bit of a late swing from Adam.
Here's the 0-2 to Lind. Swing and a miss. That's your ball game. Athletics win it 3-2 on a 9th inning homer by Chris Coghlan off of Mariner closer Steve Cishek. Disappointing loss here at home in the home opener.
Couple of home runs did him in. It was Reddick that hit the home run in the 5th inning to give them the 2-0 lead, and then the home run that you were talking about, Dave. I thought Taijuan Walker threw the ball well today. Had to pitch out of some trouble a couple of different times. Good to see Dae-Ho Lee get his first home run.
Back at it tomorrow. Mariners against the A's, the middle game of this 3-game set. That'll do it for us here in the booth right now. Mariners postgame presented by Delta Airlines starts right now with Brad, Bill, and Dave out in center field.
All right, gentlemen, thank you very much. So the A's take game 1 of the set 3-2. It is a record regular season